Another cup of coffee. I got myself decaffeinated coffee because it's late in, well, afternoon. I almost said evening. Um, you ever feel like sometimes you get overproductive? You get too much stuff done. Then you're just overwhelmed, overthinking everything that you have to do so much stuff. And then you don't even get anything done. And then other days where you don't even do much of anything and you just kind of sit around. You somehow get more done. This is another stream where I'm just rambling about random stuff just because I felt like it. I mean, I guess, sure, like the algorithm or whatever might not work as well because you need all these specialized tags and you need all these cool thumbnails and titles and everything. But I mean, what's the point if you're not having any fun or enjoying it? You know, like, why would I draw a bunch of random things I don't want to make? I think I might get more of this here in a minute. But yeah, why do I want to make stuff that I don't even enjoy doing or that doesn't benefit me in any way? Not really much of a reason to do that, especially when you have, like, if you use drawing or art as a way, kind of like therapy, or to deal with things, or to get through life, or to help you just express yourself, or whatever that is. You might as well enjoy it while you're doing it. But yeah, hopefully you can see me pretty good. I've got one umbrella light on, and I've got the windows open over here, and you should be able to hear me on the microphone. Let me know if you can't hear me very well. But I've got the compressor. There's like this little dial for the compressor. I have that all the way up. And yeah, so this is just a random Thursday afternoon chat, and plus question and answers. Whatever random things you want to ask me, I will try to answer it the best that I can. But again, no plans of anything that I'm going to talk about in particular. Just here to ramble and talk about completely random things. But yeah. So, as of right now, you can probably hear my keyboard's pretty loud. It's a mechanical keyboard. I had to fix something. There we go. Now, see, when I'm not ready for a stream, I don't have some of my stuff set up. I had to fix something in the let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Had to fix the like little description under the video, you know what I'm talking about, or like you can put like your links to everything, and I had to fix that part of it. But anyways, yeah, just another random day, and I was doing some drawing earlier with this pen here. It is the Rotring .4, and it's an isograph. I've probably mentioned this a couple times already in the past, like, couple of videos, but this pen, you don't have to draw with it straight up and down. You can hold it at an angle, and that works. Although this one, I don't know what it is, but sometimes I have a hard time getting the cap off the back of this thing. I don't know why. Maybe it's just this pen, but I don't know what's going on with this thing. See, have a hard time with it sometimes. There it goes. And now it's off. But I've been drawing with this in my sketchbook. It's like I have cardstock paper in it, and it's just my own handmade sketchbook that I use. And I've had it for like 5 years, I'd say, because I had just handmade it like 5 years ago, and I just get these like big thick reams of cardstock paper, and it lasts me quite a while. I mean, the one sketchbook I have, it's completely full, but it took me a while to fill it because I have so many other sketchbooks, and just getting all of them filled up takes a while because I have so many. But I've gotten a lot of the sketchbooks that are the smaller ones mostly filled up, and then all that's left is the bigger moleskin sketchbooks I have left to fill. And I think I have 2 of those left to fill up, and then I have all these handmade sketchbooks, which I have one right here. It's just this, which have cardstock paper in it, and this is, I'll show you one of my doodles. Well, that's kind of just scribbles, but well, this is something I'm making right now, which I just started earlier today, and I'll finish that up later. But yeah, it's a cheap way to make sketchbooks and to draw. I just buy like the binder thing for like $1, and the paper is like maybe $4 or $5, if that. And it's like 500 pieces of paper, and it's thick and strong paper, so you don't really have to worry about like the ink bleeding through it or anything. But yeah, those are pretty good sketchbooks, handmade doodle books. But yeah, anyways, it's just another day, nothing too exciting happening, nothing different out of the usual, just here doodling and making videos. I did set up my DSLR that I have, which I haven't really used it that much for a lot of videos, just because of the extra work involved with setting it up and setting up the focus and everything on it, and the lighting, that I just never end up using it a lot. I end up using my camcorder or my webcam more than that one. But I've got it set up now, and I'll probably start using it more for making videos. And I still need to work on drawing tutorials, how to draw. And I started making like new type of videos to where I just have audio and there's no like time lapse or anything else, where I'm just talking about random stuff. Or I have other videos to where it's just like shows me drawing, but like in different intervals in real time. Like a 5-minute video where it shows like 30-second intervals of me drawing as I'm doing the drawing. So like while I'm making a doodle, I'll just take my phone or my DSLR, record like maybe 20-30 seconds, pause it, work on the drawing another 10 minutes, record 20 seconds, and then take all those 20-second clips, put them together into one video, and then I'm able to kind of have, it's similar to a time lapse, but it's more like chopped up sections of a real-time drawing put into one video. I mean, it just depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm multitasking or doing a lot of things, like I'm maybe watching a video or reading emails while I'm drawing, I tend to take a lot of breaks during the drawing. If I'm doing time-lapse drawing, then the camcorder that's above it and recording it, there's too many like parts of the video that I have to edit out, where it's just half a minute or so of nothing, like you don't see anything in the video, which I have to go through and find all those and edit that out, which takes a lot of time. And when you're doing a lot of things, you got like more important stuff to do than to worry about, 20 seconds of video in something. There's kind of a point to where it's like, is putting all that huge amount of work into it really like worth it, when I could just take all the extra time and just relax and draw and not have to feel so pressured into making so much stuff or making videos a certain way. Kind of just do my own thing, because I know there's certain styles or things that people might gravitate towards or have more interest in, but as I kind of mentioned earlier, is that there's not much of a point in doing something if it doesn't do anything to improve yourself, or you're not even enjoying it. It's kind of a little bit of a waste of time then. Because I know a lot of people, they think about like gaining subscribers or getting recognized for their work, but a lot of times it's not really that you lack any skill or anything. A lot of times it can just be that you're just not recognized for it yet. Just because you aren't recognized does not mean that you are no good, because you have certain people that are promoted, or that know people that can promote them to where it wasn't even their skill or anything that had put them in a position of where they were able to get their work out there for people to see it. It was more of they just knew somebody, and then therefore they were able to kind of get recognized for it. So I think that sometimes people just think that because they're not well known, or nobody sees their work, or they're not making any income from it, that they're somehow not any skilled at it, which isn't true. Because there's plenty of like, let's say, people that draw movies, books, films, everything that nobody knows about, and then years later people discover and find, and it ends up being well known later on, or maybe years later, that this is a really good movie or a book or a piece of art. But it just, at the time, people don't recognize it as that because the person isn't well known. And I don't really think that fame or popularity really has anything to do with how good you are at something. I mean, if the whole point of why you're doing it is to be popular for fame, then it's not really so much an act of doing it out of enjoyment or for improvement, because you could improve a lot more if you focused on yourself rather than just doing it to be like well known or popular. Like, if there's certain videos that most people have interest in, or that brings more engagement or views, that could be something that doesn't even involve any skill. It might just be like short clips that are just exaggerated or negative and stuff like that. That might draw attention, but is it really anything that's going to benefit you in any way of improving your life, or making you more creative or better as an artist? Probably no. So I think it's kind of this false sense of like value sometimes people have, that if they aren't well known for something at the moment or yet, that they're not very good. I mean, there's obviously people that are very good at a lot of different things that we don't even know about, and if they were to live their entire life and just worrying about being famous or popular, then they probably wouldn't have even gotten to be as good as they are, even if nobody knew about it. Like, it kind of takes away the whole point of doing it in the first place. As I said, if you don't enjoy it and you're just not improving, then yeah. But anyways, yeah, today I will do more drawing. I did finish up organizing most of my whole desk area here, which is where my computer is set up, which I have. It's kind of like a standing computer now. This apartment isn't very big. There's not a lot of room. and so I have to really think about where I put things and how I organize it, since there's not a lot of room. My other apartment did have more room, but I didn't want to live there no more. I had very loud neighbors, and I constantly heard trains all the time because I live right by the train tracks, and I just didn't want to be there no more. But as far as like the cost of rent, all the other places that had the same amount of room was like double the rent cost. So I was like, well, I guess this will do. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. That and work, and just taking care of my health. I'm trying to get all that fixed so that I can feel better for drawing and everything, in a better state of mind and health. But I was able to finally, for the first time in like months, well, it's been more than months, probably like 2 years, that I was able to even exercise without having any issues. I did like, it was probably not even less than a quarter of a mile, maybe a quarter of a mile, if that. I just did a really slow, short jog, and then I just took a break for 2 days, but I felt fine. It's just so different going from like how I once was with doing powerlifting and doing sprinting and everything, lifting a bunch of weight, being able to sprint very fast or jog long distances, and now having some of the issues I had to where I would try to jog like, just around the block or two, and then having some issues, health issues because of that. But things are slowly getting better and improving, and so we'll see. I do plan on going to the gym later this week sometime, but it's New Year's. Everybody makes their New Year's resolutions. They're going to work out for the year or permanently, but then they quit after 2 weeks. So I think taking a break for now is kind of okay, because there's going to be so many people in there. It's going to be crowded for the first 2 weeks. And so then after that, there shouldn't be as many people, and I'll have the ability to get to the machines, equipment, and dumbbells more. And because of that, I'm thinking about changing some of the ways that I lift and my training, instead of focusing so much on strength like I used to. Maybe changing it up and like do sort of like bodybuilding or something. But we'll see. I just it's not like I'm competing in anything, so there's not really like any goal like as far as that goes. It's more so just taking care of my health. But that does help me with drawing. If I physically feel better, I have more energy, I sleep better, and I can end up making more drawings, or I feel more creative. I can think better. If I just sit around all day, I don't move around, I don't do anything, then I just don't feel as creative. I don't feel like I can get in a very good routine. But I just usually, like, if I am never exercising or anything, then as I said, I never feel good. But that's one of the reasons why, because I wasn't able to do anything for 2 years with exercise. I noticed my videos weren't as creative, or I wasn't making quite as many videos, and I wasn't using my DSLR. I was kind of just making whatever I could, just putting something out there. It kind of felt like if I wasn't making anything, I kind of felt like I was not improving or anything. But we'll see. I think I'm doing okay now. Just a matter of working on it, doing what I can, and just taking care of my health and drawing, doodling, and just one day at a time. You start thinking too much about too many things about you know, a year from now or 5 or 10 years from now, you kind of lose focus of what you're doing in the moment and what you need to focus on, of just improving your day-to-day activities, or the things you're doing now. Because if you don't take care of yourself now, then it's not going to matter like later on down the road, as far as whatever your goal is or what you're trying to do. But yeah, as far as questions and things related to drawing, I mean, this is kind of just a complete ramble. I'm just talking about what I've been up to. I know there's some people that watch this and some that don't really have interest in these type of videos. They just want only to see drawing videos. But as far as drawing, as I said, I've been drawing in my sketchbook that I made from like 5 years ago and using the Rotring. Sometimes I feel like drawing with something else every once in a while. Like I want to use like a gel pen, or I want to use a different pen, because sometimes I kind of get bored of doing the same thing over and over with like what type of pen I'm drawing with. And so because of that, I just end up not feeling as creative. I just don't feel as motivated. Like sometimes, I mean, I'm good on pens now. I don't think I need any more. I've got enough art supplies, but I think like if you've been doing, like, if all you have is ballpoint pens and you're doing the same thing over and over, maybe try to draw like, I don't know, something different. Like if you're only doing abstract, maybe try portraits, or if you only do portraits, try abstract, or maybe try colored pens. Sometimes just getting like something different makes you feel a little bit more creative. Like if I'm drawing for, you know, weeks and months and I'm just using ink pens, sometimes if I sort of feel like I'm having an artist block or I don't feel creative, I just start painting. And then while I'm painting, then I realize, hey, I don't really care for painting too much. I'd rather draw. So then I just end up drawing rather than painting. And then I just go back to doodling. But yeah, not much else, anything different, nothing much new. Just I haven't made any videos of being like outside at all, really. It's mostly cold this time of year. It doesn't really warm up until like mid-spring. It's comfortable enough for me to like be outside and record things and just make random videos of stuff. But probably maybe sometime in April I'll probably do that, and then be able to get outside to go for walks, because right now it's just it's kind of like it's freezing cold and sort of like depressing looking outside. Like I know that going for a walk helps, but this time of year I actually feel better if I just stay inside and stay warm than going outside and freezing, and then my hands are froze, and then by the time it's an hour and a half or 2 hours later before my hands and feet are not so cold that I'm able to focus on drawing or something because I'm too cold. That's another thing about like this time of year is like I usually spend more time in the gym in the winter than I do in the summer. I mean, it varies, but that's just because like in the summer I'll go outside and I'll like work out, just like lifting rocks or whatever, or doing sprints. And then in the winter I don't really go outside much at all. So I tend to just go to the gym. But as I said earlier, I take a break right now because everybody's got their 1 or 2 weeks of New Year's resolution where they don't exercise after that, or they don't go to the gym. They make big goals for like 5 years from now, then they give up on it. But right now I'm going to go work on my doodle some more, get that finished up, do some cleaning probably, and then read through comments. I have to check and see if there's some that I haven't read yet on my channel. Go through those, answer questions on that. And that's pretty much my day. Probably upload a video later this week sometime. And as I said, I will use my DSLR, maybe combine some time lapse or something, but we'll see. We'll see when I get there. I got some ideas for some stuff, but just a matter of finding the time to do it, or the kind of the creative ideas that actually come to me when I feel like editing a video at that point, to where some days I'm just like, I don't feel like video editing. I'd rather be doing something else. But we'll see. I'll probably upload something later this week, as I said, and we'll see what I make. But anyways, if you have any questions, just let me know. Just comment on this video or any other video later, and let me know. But until then, I will talk to you all later. And